Hi there, this is Judge Jules and you're watching DJSounds.com.
I'm sitting next to the mind and the man behind Judgement Sundays. How are you?
All good. Thank you for inviting me to talk.
Well, we are here for Judgement Sundays. You've been doing this for a long time. This is the 12th year, am I right?
Correct, yeah.
How is this developing?
I think it's by really understanding a lot, working very hard, understanding, Ibiza's an incredibly competitive market. Even in a recession where there are new promoters every year launching new nights, and you just can't be complacent. The admission prices in Ibiza are higher than anywhere else in the world, and you've got to justify that. So we pour a huge amount of effort into 3 rooms, 3 interesting sets of DJs, both kind of established names and new names that we believe in. The list of very famous DJs who played first for us is endless. Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, Ferry Corsten, Eddie Howell. There's a lot. This is a predominantly British club night, and but the one thing about having quite a British crowd who are musically aware is that the atmosphere is always just phenomenal, and that it's those combination of the right DJs, a big performance, so it feels like theatre, not just your regular club night, and the atmosphere that a British crowd brings is a combination that's worked really well for us.
Speak Spanish perfectly. That for me means that you have a deeper relationship with this island because you understand the culture more than other DJs do. So what do you think is this island giving to you music-wise in your career, and what are you giving to the island?
The reason I learned Spanish, and I learned it a while ago and I can speak it fluently, is because I just don't think you can... There are some DJs who come here and kind of say we are all about Ibiza, but don't really go any further than arriving on a plane, turning up at a club and leaving on a plane. Whereas for me, I don't want to get all spiritual, but there's a certain spiritual tranquility about Ibiza that actually needs to be witnessed outside the summer season. It's a totally different experience, and it's very, it's equally beautiful.
Judgement Sundays, Ibiza.
I saw you downstairs. You got the DJ Mixer 2000. Have you tried the 900?
Well, the 900 is quite a cool evolution of the 800. The 2000 is the more complicated one, actually, I think.
What do you like? What features do you like about the 900?
The 900. I love the way you can slide your finger across and yeah. You know the name, I don't, but it creates some amazing effects.
I'm going to catch up with John Callaghan, sorry for the pronunciation, later on. What's your relationship with him?
Well, John, ironically, I'm half Irish, so my surname is O'Riordan, he's called O'Callaghan, which gives us a bit of an empathy, of course.
Well, I would have really just known Jules from when I started making music and sent it to him and hoped that he played it, so I really got to know him from the beginning of my career as well, because he was playing my tracks when I wasn't recognised by anybody, so I owe him a lot for supporting my tracks on the radio.
He's Ireland's biggest DJ, and he's made lots of kind of anthemic records, real sing-along factor tunes that even if you don't know they're by him, if I was to play them to you, you would have heard them.
When things started going well with the DJing, he gave me a chance in Judgement Sundays, and there's a lot of Irish people in San Antonio, so I've always had a good following here, and he's supported me every year since, so I owe a lot to Jules, and he's a great guy. Well, I used to go clubbing from when I was 16 years old in Ireland, and I used to see a lot of the DJs that I play alongside now, Scott Project, Mauro Picotto, Jules himself. I used to go and see DJing in Ireland, so I got a good education from those guys, and I got a lot of lucky breaks, so I'm just glad to be where I am. Ibiza is all about new stuff, and it really reflects what's going on in the scene right now, because at some gigs you don't get to play the absolutely brand new music depending on what the crowd expects, but in Ibiza you really can.
Do you play a USB?
Yes, I do, USB. My first gig, I obviously still brought my CDs and the USB, and I just tested out the first track on the USB, and it was was just so easy. So from there, I've got all my playlists from all my gigs, every single gig for the last probably 4 to 6 months. I've been using it, and I'm loving it.
Have you got your third album out, am I right?
Yeah, it came out in April and on Armada Records, so that's been doing really good. I'm very happy with it, and it's still getting some plays throughout the summer, so it turned out really well.
Anything new in the pipeline for Judgement Sundays for next year?
Well, do you know what? The minute the closing party happens in late September, we all have a bit of a rest for 2 weeks, and then we start thinking about the following year. So I'll tell you then.